Team Development 101 is one of my favorite topics to talk about because it is so incredibly complicated but has such a high payoff and reward when you do it right. So what a lot of people don't understand is that just because you're in that management or leadership role does not mean that people need to listen to you. You might have an authority over them, they might be your direct report, and you can give them an instruction, but that does not mean that they need to listen. They can actively choose to not listen to you. They can put in half-assed work. They could delegate it to someone else. There's a number of different things that they can do that you, at the time, didn't even think that they would consider. So then your response to that is, okay, you need to listen to me. I'm the boss. There might be disciplinary action involved. There might be termination. There might be, a mass email sent out to the rest of the team. Hey, you guys, you need to do what I say when I say it. Guess what? They don't. They could easily just quit, go to one of your competitors, have a higher salary, and take all this insider information over to them so that they could easily beat you. They could stay. They could do the bare minimum work just not to get fired and then become a huge source of toxicity within your team where they can badmouth not only you but the company and each other's coworkers behind your back, making no one trust each other and no one want to work with each other. They could do the project that you asked them to do by the deadline to the quality that's good enough to not get them fired again. And then they can go online and say, hey, this company is a piece of crap. Don't ever work for them. Deterring all kinds of new employees from even applying to work with you. Team dynamics are very, very complicated if you do not understand the subtleties and basics of human relationships, building trust, and team culture. And if you don't know what team culture is essentially the set of norms that the team follows on a regular basis. It can be simple things like, do we say hello and goodbye to each other? Do we go out to eat together? Do we make small talk together? Or, on a more non-functional team level, it could be, how often are we talking about each other behind our backs? How often do we hate our boss and our coworkers? How often do we try to drag the company down every opportunity that we get? How often do we express that we're trapped here and we hate having to work in this environment? And a lot of people identify those people who make those types of comments and actions as just bad team members. But they aren't bad team members. It's just a bad team culture that you as a leader have let developed. And taking responsibility for that is something that no one wants to do. No one wants to say, oh hey, I messed up. I made this a bad work environment. I screwed up. I made this a place where people assume that it's okay to treat each other like crap. But as a leader, you're responsible for everything on the team, whether you want to accept the responsibility or not. And for the people who are willing to accept the responsibility and want the information and the skill and the ability to make changes, to make their team a collective that can perform at the highest levels, that's what the Team Development 101 training is for. We teach you the basic foundations of how to establish trust, how to establish expectations, how to develop a team culture, how to make people happy with their jobs so they want to give you their all. If this is something that you feel like will add value to you and your team, contact us, let us know that you're interested, and we'll go from there. That's Team Development 101.